Welcome back, everyone, to episode 22 of the United States series of Power and Revolution 2021 edition. So, last episode saw that our credit rating is back up to AAA. And our debt is actually going down. Still have a budget excess of 6.1 trillion. We have a surplus, quarterly surplus of $1.2 trillion. So, and our foreign policy on different countries has been pretty successful. So, we're going to send more of a message to Russia by placing another base inside Ukraine. So we are going to place it right about there. And we're also going to put a missile defense system there. So that's to send the message that we're going to be more involved in Ukraine, and what happened in East Donbass, if it happens again, we're going to just push them out even more.
We have subdued the rebel movement.
And we have our military there to deal with it swiftly. Okay.
The rioters have taken control of the square. The pictures are being shown again and again in the media. This is all very detrimental to your reputation. And the people are seeing the revolutionaries in a more positive light. We have subdued the rebel movement. A rebel was accidentally killed during the conflict. This is, of course, bad news for us.
Okay, so again, we have our base in Ukraine, and we're going to put agents in Georgia to push out whatever terrorists are there, and also to try to build a relationship with them and possibly put a base in Georgia as well, just to further send a message to Russia.
The rebels have stopped fighting.
According to your directives, the fire was engaged and resulted in death in the ranks of the insurgents. A massacre for which we are totally responsible, and the people have well understood this.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but if successful, the short and long-term benefits are almost incalculable, including by applying the call-off grid, which calculates, as you know, the result according to the unknown X factor. Do you want to try to bring down the organization now?
We're going to keep them infiltrated.
Define the debt reduction for the poorest countries with the IMF and the World Bank. This is the agenda for the next summit. Your presence is of course necessary. Shall I confirm?
According to your directives, the fire...
The clashes have ceased in the city. All the protesters have dispersed. It was pretty inevitable. All things weren't going in their favor, with the protest movement growing increasingly unpopular.
Okay, discovery of a DNA reconstitution process. So let's see. And we'll hold on to that. But the anti-leprosy vaccine will release that.
Undeniably, you have inside you the founding values of society, such as love for family and respect for parents.
The target is in position and under surveillance 24/7. Data collected by our agents will be regularly updated into the synthesis report that you will be able to review on file from now on. Good reading!
Okay, so we have the humorist that was making fun of us in the paper. So we're following him to see what we could get on him as retaliation. And if we find anything, we'll put it out in the
We have
media and
subdued
send
the
them
rebel
to jail.
movement. We have subdued the rebel movement.
All right, so let's see what we have here. And we're going to take a few agents out of Ukraine. And we're going to take a couple out of Afghanistan. And we're going to put both in both groups in Georgia. And we're going to dismantle terrorist groups. Put that in place. And I'm actually getting tired of the war between Sudan and Ethiopia. So we'll put our top agent in Sudan, see what we can get, what kind of information we can get to give us a good reason to get involved.
This loss is so very painful to us all. Dear in our memories, these loved ones will always remain. Each and every one of these families have my entire support in this difficult moment.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization are still operational. Do you want to try to dismantle the operation?
Okay, total jihad. We're going to go ahead and dismantle that group. All right, now need to worry about our own military at this point. Need to make some improvements. Let's see how many helicopters we can use. So 25 helicopters will be available in October. We'll go through with that. And we'll do another 25. Right? And also, we didn't forget about China. So we seem to have a pretty good relationship with Mongolia. And that's a pretty large stretch of land. So let's see what kind of deal we can make with them to also send a message to China as well. Okay, we'll accept that 930 million and 925. We'll accept. Let's take a look at our inflation. So we're going to increase that by 1%.
Our infiltrated agents had the chance to carry out a sabotage operation. A sort of Bulgarian opening, if you'll allow me the analogy, that according to my calculations would produce a two-figure dynamic impact, superior in absolute index to the harmful potential of a failure. Do you wish for us to proceed with this operation?
Okay, so we're going to try to destroy their satellite launching station, which is right there. And I believe we're going to be pretty successful with that. Go back to our military, and we're going to need a lot more anti-missile batteries. We go with 30. So we'll do the full 127. With 7.
As I predicted, the systematic analysis of the habits of small groups has allowed us to strike a serious blow at the terrorists. We can now state with certainty that we have entered into a Najaf cycle, which is no less than an incitement to play the advantage.
Okay, so that's pretty good. We took out just about 50% of total jihad in Somalia. So again, our foreign policy has been really successful.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization confirm their window of opportunity. It goes without saying that the operation is risky, but if successful...
Okay, we'll try to take out that group in Libya also. So now let's go to farming. We're almost meeting our demand for apples. So let's increase that subsidy by 1 billion. Alright, and it looks like our deal is going to be ready. So that's 2.9 billion. We'll go ahead with that. Okay, so we should have 127 anti-missile batteries in November. So that should help us. Actually, we're going to put a couple of those in Ukraine, and going to deploy a number of them to Germany as well for NATO.
Our agents that have infiltrated this organization are still operational. Do you want to try to dismantle the operation?
So Puntland is yeah, that's a friendly area towards us, so we're not going to go through with that.
I'd be happy to. That's what we call entertaining.
Let's see if we can form an alliance with them. Okay. Only able to get a non-aggression from them. Okay, so we're not going to be able to get that much out of them. So we have to
I hope you didn't make me. Our country is.
improve relations so we could build a base in Mongolia also. Let's see. Aluminum. We don't produce enough. So we really don't produce a lot of materials or anything. Gonna have to improve on that. Okay, so sheep. Yeah, but they produce enough too. So I'll try something else
Sure.
a different time. And let's meet with Indonesia again. And we're gonna give them another 500 million.
Our sportsmen are ready. But if I may, a few words of encouragement before the national team's departure would surely galvanize the troops. Do you agree?
The appointment that you have just taken is well noted. Nevertheless, because of an overloaded schedule, we have had to cancel another appointment that you already been scheduled for the same day. Let's hope that this cancellation does not affect the sensitivity of the figures concerned.
Okay, hopefully,
Our infiltrated scientific agents informed me that they could be in a situation to provoke a major nuclear accident. This target would be their privileged target. The induced disruption, along with the collateral effects due to the dispersion of radioactive material, could reach a level of 13.6 on a scale of 10, according to a modeling that I performed based on the curve of Bill Chernow.
we'll go ahead and give it a try.
Our governmental cell informs me that it has had the
Let's check out Sudan. So they have a deficit of 25.5%. Inflation's at almost 50%. Unemployment's at 18. All right, so let's look for something to I'm gonna put a number of embargoes on Sudan. So carbon nanofiber. All right, so we're going to block them from purchasing or exporting. All right, electronic components. That's your microchips. So we're going to block them from that. Going to block them with iron and pharmaceuticals. Software, and let's go with computer hardware too. Right. Yeah, let's go with the computer hardware industry. And let's give that industry about 2 billion to help grow it.
The competition will begin in a week. All our athletes are in top form. The fight will be harsh, but they will do their best to bring back medals and represent the country with. And then, let's not forget that our runner has always publicly supported your policies, and that's good for your image.
Our governmental cell informs me that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential informer. According to my calculations, using transactional analysis,
Okay, so we'll wait a while to see how that affects Sudan. And then we want to start getting into the African continent. So increase aid to Congo. Alright, Chad is a little bit too authoritarian for us. It's not like that actually made a difference for anything else, though. So they're neutral, so we're gonna give them 500 million.
our infiltrated agent is on site. His first report confirms that his cell is operational and has carried out some preliminary tests as set out by the usual protocol with a view to launching his mission. This country will soon be the destination for our secret agents.
Okay, so that improved our relation, and let's see. Let's go with education. Let's do a foreign exchange with them. Let's do the same thing for Congo. Okay, so they accept too.
Our infiltrated scientific agents inform me that they could be in a situation to provoke a major nuclear accident. This target would be their privileged target. The induced disruption, along with the collateral effects due to the dispersion of radioactive material, could reach a level of 13.6 on a scale of 10, according to a modeling that I performed based on the curve of Bill Chernow. Do you wish to confirm the launch of this operation?
Okay, we'll go ahead and do that since Pakistan is an ally of China, and we don't need China getting involved in this area at all. So it'll probably be just as bad as the incident we instigated in Iran. So we'll see what happens and see how this affects Pakistan as a whole. Let's see. They have a 20% deficit, 58% inflation, so they're not doing good at all. Let's check out Iran. Iran's inflation is pretty high. Their deficit is high, but they could still possibly get out of that. And for us, let's go to tanks and armored vehicles, and we're going to nationalize it. So that's going to cost us 807 million. And we're probably going to get involved with Yemen. Let's hire 100 more agents. Let's do about 5,000 more national agents. So now let's look at unemployment. It's at 4.5. So we want to improve education. So 100,000 more teachers.
The work is finally over, and the inauguration will take place during the next few weeks. Would you like to attend the ceremony? And the package has been delivered. The package has been delivered. The package has been delivered.
Okay, our top agents in Sudan. So we'll see how that plays out in the next episode.
Our agent number 1 succeeded in infiltrating the staff. Imponderables accepted, we are therefore able to release a Type E net informational profit. I mean, huge. Ahem. In concrete terms, our extraordinary number 1 is in a situation to obtain any valuable information of tactical interest. Needless to say, the geopolitical advantage clearly surpasses the ratio of 138 to 1.
Okay, I think I'm going to end this episode. And let's just make that 25 billion. So again, thank you for the likes. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like if you haven't already. And I will see you soon.